Emails released by WikiLeaks allegedly belonging to Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman and others close to the former Secretary of State reveal concerns over her email investigation, Donald Trump, and even evidence that Clinton knew about Qatar and Saudi Arabian financial support for ISIS. This email from Clinton's account to her campaign chair, John Podesta, says, quote, "While this paramilitary operation is moving forward, we need to use our diplomatic and more traditional intelligence assets to bring pressure on the governments of Qatar and Saudi Arabia, which are providing clandestine financial and logistical support to ISIL and other radical Sunni groups in the region." Joining me now, senior Trump advisor Boris Epstein, Democratic strategist Adam Green, and former governor of Arizona, Jan Brewer. Governor, I want to go to you first. There were a lot of revelations in there, and we really weren't sure where to start because some of them are very personal and point to personalities. But this is a central issue because Saudi Arabia and Qatar money also found its way to the Clinton Foundation. This is something that really worries people. It covers a lot of different areas with respect to who should be the next commander-in-chief.
Well, thanks for having me on, Charles. It's just very, very revealing of what the Clinton campaign is all about and how Hillary conducts her business. It's absolutely outrageous. It shows how cozy not only are they with our foreign people, but how cozy they are with the press. It's devastating to hear that, but you know, America needs to wake up because we now know for a fact that certainly Hillary Clinton is a sneak, a cheat, and a liar. And, you know, we need to realize this when we go to vote. This is outrageous information that was provided today. You know,
Adam, I think it's interesting. The only pushback that we seem to be getting from the Clinton campaign is that, well, the WikiLeaks were it's a Russian-involved attempt to throw the election from Donald Trump, but not a lot of pushback against the actual contents that are shocking people, particularly as they continue to mount.
Yeah, well, you know, as you know, WikiLeaks hasn't been on the national stage for a while, and I would just note for the record that the one question to come up in Sunday's debate about WikiLeaks actually came from the Open Debate Coalition that myself and Christian Coalition and the NRA and a bunch of bipartisan groups are part of. So it's good that, you know, this is being talked about. You know, honestly, I have a feeling that voters are going to be a little bit more concerned about some of the Wall Street comments than some of this stuff. But either way, you know, I think transparency is a good thing. And, you know, the more that this stuff...
Transparency. Right. I like Adam's my guy. I like Adam a lot.
Yeah, I like Adam a lot, too.
Adam, welcome to our team. Here's some of the stuff. I mean, listen, saying that terror is not a national threat. And by the way, I saw Al Gore's speech today in which he said that climate change is the largest issue facing our country. You must think ISIS.
Well, we've heard this from progressives for a long time.
ISIS is not that big of a deal. Secondly, in that speech, Hillary Clinton looked like she fell asleep because it was so boring. So did the people on the risers. So, but anyway, what she said about terror not being a threat, she also said, and this hasn't really gotten that much play out there, she said that we are not able to really vet the refugees coming out of Syria.
Now,
so how could she say that?
I do want to kind of clarify that because it sounded like she was saying Jordan couldn't vet the refugees going into Jordan, hundreds of thousands of refugees on their shared border. It didn't seem to me that she was saying that it was America. But having said that, she did underscore how challenging of an issue it is to vet them properly.
Well, she said that she wasn't saying that Jordan was having a problem. She was saying that it's effectively impossible to vet the people coming out. And that's what Director Comey said as well, remember. So that's another huge issue. And then the coziness with the media, and then as my good friend Governor Brewer said, with the DOJ, with government, with the Obama White House. The concern I have as a part of the Trump campaign is that there's almost so much
There's so much.
Is that the voters may just say, you know what, but we are going to be prosecuting this case every day. There's a top 20 list, top 20 revelations that we'll be talking about just today.
I want to ask Governor Brewer about one that made me think about you, and that was part of the damning Wall Street transcripts that Adam referred to. In one of her speech, Hillary Clinton talked about her dream of a hemispheric common market with open trade and open borders. It was just really amazing. I mean, it's just sort of this one world government kind of thing that a lot of people think is the genesis of the progressive movement going back to the late 1800s. How would you feel in Arizona with just completely open borders and open markets, Governor Brewer?
Well, obviously we would oppose it. We would be very, very upset. But, you know, Hillary Clinton continues to go down the path of having her private opinion and her public opinion. She's not a truth teller. She's been sneaky, she's been corrupt, and she's been a liar. And America better wake up, Charles. This is going to change the face of our country, this election. Yep. And Hillary Clinton will be a disaster. And we want our borders closed. We want to be safe, and the American people want us safe.
Real quick, Boris.
Hillary Clinton has completely disqualified herself from becoming president. Donald Trump is the leader we need on jobs and on national security.
All right, real quick, Adam.
All right, thanks.
Last word.
Sure. One thing that is clear from all this is that she actually gets into the policy details, which is not very true of Donald Trump.
Oh, come on,
I mean, listen, let's be clear. Let's be clear. These are things that were said and done behind closed doors, so I don't know that anyone can take credit for them, and I certainly wouldn't take credit for most of them.
Flip-flops on them and lies about what her position actually is.
Thanks a lot, guys.